I'm so glad you are here. Thank you for joining me today. In today's free workshop, we're going to talk about how you can be more profitable in Q4. Q4 is quarter four, the last 3 months of the year. It is the busiest time for crafters. People love decorating for fall, they love decorating for Christmas, and they're looking for gifts. It's definitely the busiest time of the year. So you really need to have some strategies in place, okay? And when I first started, I really didn't know what I was doing. I would bring a random mix of items to a show and just hope something would sell. But with every market and every year I did, my booth got better. And I started learning what people are drawn to, how the setup and the flow of my tables, impact sales, and most importantly, how to create collections that make people want to buy. Now, at a typical weekend, I make anywhere from 1 to 3,000 in just a couple days. And it's not necessarily because I'm making more stuff, but it's because I figured out how to sell smarter. Successful crafters just don't wing it. They have a system, they've planned, and today I'm sharing that system with you. All right, so what you're going to learn today is a 3-part system to help crafters like you make real money in Q4. Today I'm going to teach you the portfolio power-up. That's how to sell more by designing intentional product collections, and the profitable makers calendar, how to map out what to make, sell, and promote over the next 90 days, and also the quick turn winner formula, how to focus on the projects that bring in the most money per hour. So let's get started. Now, who am I? You may be new to my world. I'm Jen Fossey, founder of Woodcraft Blueprints, and I've been woodworking. It's actually been probably like 20 years is when I started working at the custom stair shop. But I've always done woodworking as a side hustle. But then, when my son was born, it's like my perspective on a lot of things changed. So I worked at a stair shop and it went out of business in the housing market crash in 2009. So then I went back to college, got a good job, blah, 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 all that nice job. But after I had my firstborn, I realized I didn't want to work full time at a corporate job. It's like I was gone like 9 to 10 hours a day, and I just didn't like that. So when he was a toddler, I remember clear as day, I was cooking dinner one night, and it just clicked. Like, I decided I'm going to find some way to work from home or be self-employed. And I looked around at what skills I had, and I was like, duh, woodworking. So I got serious about my Etsy shop, and I grew it to a 6-figure business. And now today I run my membership solely. It's 4 years old, actually going on 5 years, and I get to help all kinds of people that were just like me. I teach them how to create profitable woodworking projects, and some do it for business, some do it for hobby. It's just a really amazing community. So I'm going to teach you these strategies in this workshop, and then I'll share how you can get step-by-step project tutorials to actually implement what you're going to learn. Sound good? So let's dive in. The first strategy is the portfolio power-up. Most crafters make this costly mistake, bringing random items to show. It's just like whatever they can possibly make or have, that's what they bring. But the booth ends up looking like a garage sale. And when that happens, customers walk by without stopping. Successful vendors, though, their booths look intentional. Everything coordinates. People stop. They like the look of it. They browse. And when they see like curated sets, the perceived value of everything is much higher. The more cohesive theme, style, the overall aesthetic, it just looks so much better. And that's why there's high-end shows that are juried. So you have to have pictures. You have to submit pictures to get in. Because if you're not able to have a beautiful looking booth, some shows just don't let you in. And there's a reason for that. The nicer your booth is, the better the traffic that's going to come there. And you want better traffic because better traffic equals better buyers, which is more sales, more money in your pocket. Think about what happens when you walk into a boutique. Everything goes together. It's styled. It tells a story, and that's exactly what we're doing with the portfolio power up. So you've heard of the rule of 3. Here's what it looks like. You want items that are coordinated, at least 3, in style, color, or purpose. So it could be 3 Christmas items in different sizes. 3 pieces that go together, like functional, or a style trio, okay? And why does this matter? It makes your booth feel like a boutique, not a flea market. And it raises your average order value because people could buy the set instead of one thing, or they might buy the thing that coordinates with it. It also removes buyer confusion, and it just like creates an emotional connection because they can picture that look in their home. And there's psychology behind that. When customers see coordinated items, their brains shift from do I want this to which one do I want, or should I get all 3? So it's also easier for gift buyers because you're curating gift sets for them. So it's less thinking for them. It's easier, it's convenient, and that equates to more buying. Let's take a real life example of what I'm talking about. This is the Hot Cocoa Caddy. It's a project in the membership. On its own, it's a great item, bare $25, $30. But what if you bundle it with coordinating spoons and mugs and hot chocolate mix or a hot cocoa sign? Then it becomes a $40 to $50 gift set, and it didn't take you twice as long to make it. So that's a big shift that you can make in Q4. We can also talk about style collections. So that'd be 3 pieces that share the same paint technique. Maybe they're all distressed white or with the same stencil, or creating a complete porch collection, like a sign and a planner and some more seasonal decorations in coordinating colors. You can also do a size variation. So take the Christmas tree or any Christmas tree. Instead of making one, make a small one, a medium, and a large one. Same design, 3 sizes. The set looks intentional and complete. So here's a little homework for you. Let's bring it to you now. Your homework. Think about 3 items that you sell, or your best sellers, or maybe you just want to sell. Maybe you're beginning. Okay. For each one of those items, identify 2 coordinating pieces that would complete the collection. And this could also include things that you buy. Like I said, like the hot cocoa mix, obviously I didn't make that. I bought that and put it in, in the mugs in with that. So there's things you can make, there's things you can buy. Really just make it a complete set and a complete look. The second strategy is a calendar, all right? The biggest reason people don't make money in Q4 isn't the lack of talent, it's usually the lack of organization. You're probably like, oh, you're calling me out right now. Sorry, but it's true. Most crafters are reactive, and you see Christmas decorations in stores and you're like, oh, I gotta start making ornaments in November. But or if it's like, oh my gosh, it's Halloween and I haven't even made pumpkins yet, or I just started, whatever the cases be, you need to be proactive instead of reactive. So successful business people in general, proactive. They work backwards from their selling dates and plan production months ahead of time. So here's what we're going to map out: what to make each month, when to sell each category, and then how to work backwards from your revenue goal. Let's start with the money goal because that usually drives everything else. So let's say your Q4 goal is $3,000. That's very attainable. Okay? I probably should have made this example a little bit higher, but So you're going to sell $600 in September, $800 in October, November $1,000, and then December $600. This to give you an idea of like breaking that out over 4 months. If your average sale is $40, you need 75 transactions to hit $3,000. So that's 6 sales per week. That's very doable. September, which is what we are in now, is quite a foundational month. Right now, I would be making Christmas inventory. Or if you are still selling fall, then be making and selling fall too. But I would start batch prepping for your busiest months. You may know if fall or Christmas is busier for you, and that's what you need to be making right now. In September, you're gonna be selling fall decorations, Halloween decorations, and some Christmas. So I'm doing a show in November, and guess what? I'm making my inventory for that right now because I don't want to wait till last minute. So every week I'm making a few things now, and I haven't even got to the bulk of it yet, but I'm just getting started. But I will get serious by the end of September. But the earlier you can make, the better. I always wish I had more time. That's one thing at every show. I was like, man, I wish I had more time. So then in October, this is a pivotal month because where people are still buying fall decor and Halloween decor, but it's also a big Christmas month too. This is the month you definitely want to switch to Christmas mode. People will start buying Christmas in October for sure. And some wait till November, some wait till December. But there are plenty ready to shop early. So in October, you can be making Christmas and selling Christmas items. And it just depends on what shows you have scheduled. Just don't wait until November to post what you have. Start showcasing Christmas pieces in October, all right? So I'll just give you an example. October, the first half, we want to sell Halloween and fall items. Start showing your Christmas and your gift sets, and then be making any Christmas inventory for any fairs or shows that you're doing. In November, if you want to do a Black Friday sale, everyone's expecting it, so you might as well do one too. Or if you have an online store, run a Cyber Monday sale too. Also, in November, just a side note, make sure you set any deadlines you have. No custom orders after December 5th. No shipping after December 10th to guarantee Christmas delivery, all right? But November is going to be a very, very busy month, maybe the busiest month. People are buying Christmas decor, gifts, and things for entertaining. You can definitely keep making things, custom orders, personalized pieces, anything with quick turnaround, but you really want to concentrate on selling, all right? In December, people are still gonna buy decor in December, all right? But it seems to me things start to wind down, especially mid-month. But December has multiple personalities. Early December, normal Christmas sales, any shipping, final shipping push. Mid-December, you're going to have some panic buyers. Let your friends know, or if you have a storefront, that you can pick up local. So there's a lot of men that like to wait last minute, and I shouldn't say all just men. Everybody does it, but typically, I know my husband, he waits last minute, so he's going to be a local pickup only buyer. But I would let people know, hey, I got something for sale. Local pickup, I'm available, Christmas is in 3 days, that sort of thing. And in late December, you're actually going to want to be planning your spring items. So then you're going to be thinking about Q1, planning for 2026. And although January is probably going to be a slow month because people spend all of their money in November, December, but it's a great time to refresh and plan for 2026. So December, We're doing our final shipping push if you have any. Maybe there's a show. I know there are plenty of shows in December. Mid-December, be focused on those local sales, those ready to go gifts, anything with quick local pickup. And then towards the end of the month, you're going to be looking at 2026 and spring items. So let's do some action steps that we can do for you to plan, get this mapped out. First thing I would do, set your revenue goal and break it down by month. Could be 1,000 a month, 500 a month, could be 100 a week, whatever you want. Then from there, calculate how many sales you need per week. If you take your average order value, $20, $30, $40, and then you can calculate how many sales you need per week. Then plan your production schedule based on your show dates, all right? And also make sure you set any deadlines for custom orders or shipping. But don't let somebody, the way I would set, you don't have to publicly tell people, well, actually you would. You want to tell people any custom order cutoff, because you don't want to find yourself like not telling people and then somebody coming to you December 15th and you're like, well, sorry, the cutoff was last week. But if it's up to you on doing that, but I would set deadlines, and it will help people get their order in earlier. All right. Also, my membership, it comes, I dropped a bonus training in there. It's a holiday marketing guide. It's a PDF. It gives plug and play social media captions and a full promotional timeline of when to post and how to sell it without being spammy. Just like a little bit deeper dive into this to help people keep on track. All right, so that slide was for the our sales goals. But this is something else we need to think about here too, is your selling price, because if you have lower priced items, you have to make more sales. If you have higher priced items, they may not sell as fast, but you have to have less transactions. So everybody, depending on what you're making, your skill set, you're gonna find your sweet spot for that. The third pillar is a quick turn winner formula. Let's get real about something. How many hours do you actually have in a day to devote to crafting or woodworking? If you're doing this as a side hustle, you might have 2 to 3 hours on a weeknight after work and family obligations. Maybe 5 to 6 hours on a Saturday, if you're lucky. But, like that's it. We have to be realistic about how many hours that we get. Do you get 20 hours? Do you know, what is it? Maybe 10 to 15 hours per week if you're committed. So, and even if you're retired or you do this full time, you still don't want to sink 8 hours into one project, because what if it doesn't sell? If you're making something that's not a custom order, and you don't have a deposit on it, and you have tons of hours and materials in it, it's pretty risky because it may take a while to sell. And I don't want you to leave this workshop thinking, I'm going to make all these things and then expect to get it all done this Saturday. That's not realistic, and that is frustrating. So we need to work with the time that you actually have. And this strategy is about choosing the right projects, the ones that are fast to make, cheap to produce, and sellable at good prices. So here's how I want you to think about every project, your profit per hour. So let's do some math. Say you make a cutting board that takes 4 hours and sells for $60. Your material cost is $15. That's $45 profit for 4 hours of work. That's $11 an hour. Now let's compare that to making some trees, Christmas trees that take 30 minutes each, cost $3 in materials, and sell for $18. That's $15 profit in 30 minutes, so that's $30 an hour. So which one makes more sense for your limited time? The trees. You could make 8 trees in the same 4 hours and earn $120 instead of, 45 or whatever. So quick turn winners are not projects that take 5 hours and sell only for $40. We want projects that take 30 to 60 minutes. Cost and materials between $10 and $20. But you can sell them for $25 to $60. Here are some examples of quick turn winners, is what I call them. This wood cross, let's say it takes 45 minutes to make. We're going to have $10 in materials as a selling price of, let's say, $40. So your profit's $30, all right? And this item like this, it works for all gift types, and it's an easy upsell with custom names or phrases. Another one is the Hot Cocoa Caddy. So let's say one will take 30 minutes to make. You have $10 in materials. Your selling price is $30. So your profit is $20. So your profit per hour is $40. What's really nice about something like this is that not only can you sell the base, you can customize it, make it a gift set, add on all these things, and make that selling price even more, $50, $60, all right? This Christmas present with the bow, oh my gosh, I love it. It's a bold decor piece with a high perceived value. And it's easy to make, but it looks high-end. So it will take like about an hour-ish to make that. Materials, say $20. You sell it for $50, that's a $30 profit. So your profit per hour is $30 on that one. So do you see the pattern? Like, these aren't complicated projects, but they have strong profit margins and good hourly rates. And here's where it gets even better, is batching. So instead of making one cross at a time, say you make 5. You cut all 5 sets in 30 minutes. You sand 30 minutes. You assemble 30 minutes. And then you stain 30 minutes. When you do that, your time per piece drops from, say, 45 minutes to 25 minutes. So then your profit per hour jumps up. No, then it could be like $50 an hour. And this is why I always batch. I just don't normally make one of something. I make a few, okay? And then I can offer some plain and offer some personalized later if I want. So again, batch your projects. You can also offer personalization for higher prices, all right? Customers love custom work, and you love extra income, right? So, and like I said, those are just a few examples. The membership is full of fast, profitable projects you can start making today. Smart selling isn't about doing more. It's about doing the right things with the time you have. But let's be realistic, based on your actual time. If you have 10 hours a week, that you could do 8 to 12 finished pieces per week, depending on complexity. So don't plan on making 30 pieces until you have that time available. So work backwards from your shows, your selling deadlines, all right? Now, I know some of you are thinking, this all, sounds great, Jen, but I still need to know how to make some of these projects that you just keep talking about. Like, what are the measurements? What tools do I need? How do I cut the pieces? What's the process? And that is what can keep a lot of crafters stuck, all right? You can have the best strategy in the world. You can know exactly what collections to create, when to make them, how to price them, but without the actual project plans and tutorials, you're stuck scrolling Pinterest till 11 p.m. hoping to find something good, right? And let's be honest, those free tutorials online are usually incomplete. They show you the pretty finished product, but skip crucial details. The measurements may not be complete, or they don't tell you what blade to use, and they just assume you know things that you don't. So you can end up wasting materials, time, getting frustrated, and never actually finishing anything to sell. And I've learned this from over 1,000 members in my community. The strategy is only half the battle. The other half is having access to proven project tutorials that you can make confidently and sell successfully. So you need the exact cut list, step-by-step videos, the materials list, and most importantly, pricing guidance as well, so you know what to charge. And that is exactly why I created the Woodcraft Blueprints membership. It's the complete system that gives you both the strategy and step-by-step tutorials to implement everything we just covered. Because you need both pieces to make money in Q4. And every month, you get 3 profitable project tutorials, basically everything you need to make them. Let me show you exactly what you get when you join the Woodcraft Blueprints membership. So like I said, you get 3 project tutorials. 2 are pre-recorded. 1, and the pre-recorded ones, I do it so I can get them down to 20 minutes because we don't have a lot of time, okay? So I get them down to 20 minutes. And then 1 is a live, and that one's about an hour. But you get to ask questions in real time. It's usually a fun and easy project, so I look forward to the lives every month. But each tutorial comes with complete cut lists with exact measurements, supply list so you know exactly what to buy, step-by-step video instruction where I show you how to cut every technique, pricing suggestions, plus I give a product description, and then there's SVG cut files. Some projects, a lot of them can be customized, so we just like to add text on or design, so I include those, if applicable. Plus I do provide product photos so you can use for reference or to gain interest. And then also you get the power tool library, and I try to take the intimidation out of power tools. So there's a safety first approach to every tool. I give beginner friendly tips and guides and walkthroughs. There's technique tutorials that show you the right way and the wrong way, plus my personal tool recommendations. Now, in the membership, there's only 5 basic tools that we use: a miter saw, the orbital sander, a drill, and either a brad nailer or a narrow crown stapler. But that's pretty much it. Or a scroll saw too. Sorry, you want something to cut curves with. So a scroll saw, bandsaw, or jigsaw. And a lot of times you can use any one of those 3, all right? But there's no table saw or, these specialty tools or complicated setups like that. And then plus there's a private community, and this is the best little corner of the internet. There's over 1,000 supportive members in there, and they really are very supportive. In the community, in the group, it's private. You get direct access to me for questions. We also do a monthly live Q&A where I get to go a deep dive and answer any specific questions you have, and they could be woodworking or business or social media or just, whatever you need to help you move along. Plus, you can get project feedback from anybody. There's a lot of very experienced people in there. There's always people helping each other. People also get to, members share their wins, and if they had a successful sale, they usually let people know, like, this is what sold. I had a show and I sold out of these, Plus there's just exclusive tips and resources that I only share with members. But really, most of all, what I really like is the encouragement from everybody when you need it most. So the community alone is worth the membership price. These women and men are genuinely rooting for each other's success. Plus, There's also bonuses that we have going on right now. We have the Christmas Trends Guide. There's a Christmas Roundup. So it includes past Christmas tutorials, and I have a fall roundup in there as well. There are other bonuses. You get the Beginner's Guide to Woodcraft, so you know exactly what wood to buy and what to skip. There's a power tool, safety, and terminology guide in there. Plus, I go explain a lot of woodworking terms, okay? And there's a training in there. It's how to cut your first board safely. It's a PDF plus links to a special private YouTube video. The other bonus is the tools to get started guide. It's just a beginner tool checklist. Like my recommendations on what to get and where to buy them. Because you don't need, one thing about woodworking is people think they need this and this and this and this and that. It's not really true. You can make a lot with just a few tools, so that's what I go over. Plus, right now, this bonus is only good in September. It's the holiday marketing guide. So it's the marketing timeline exactly for October through December with ready to use captions and strategies. Plus, these bonuses are, on top of these bonuses, you get new content every single month. New content is added. New tool training, new Q&A, new project tutorials. So the library just grows and grows and grows. And right now, when you join, you get access to all the fall and Christmas ones. Towards the end of the year, normally when you join, you have to wait 3 months to get access to old projects. But in the month of September, I have it unlocked. So you can get all the fall and all the Christmas projects right now. And there are so many successful success stories that I could go on and on and on and on about. But a lot of people start and they say, or they may be scared to join. And you may be thinking it too. You may say, what if I'm not skilled enough? But I'll tell you what, our projects are designed for beginners. So we never use a table saw. Those 5 tools that I talked about earlier, you may ask yourself, what if I don't have time? Well, that's why, projects need to take an hour or less. So this is perfect for busy schedules. You may also ask yourself, what if it doesn't work for me? Well, you can cancel anytime. No long-term commitment is required. But here's that thing. The holiday marketing guide is only available into September. And after this month, it's going to be gone forever. So with Q4 starting in just a few weeks, you need that guidance now, not in November when it's too late. So this membership, really the value should be way over $50 a month, but you can join for just $26 a month. But I can't guarantee that pricing is going to be available much longer because I have a lot planned. I'm going to be adding every month to the membership and the price is likely going to go up. So don't wait. There's just a lot of bonuses that you can get access to right now. So you may be thinking like, oh, I'll just join next month, or I really need to think about it. But Q4, you really need to start building now. So if you wait till October to start planning and making your Christmas inventory, you've kind of already missed the boat. The crafters who make real money in Q4 are the ones who start now in September. And some start in August, some start in July. But that holiday marketing guide is going to help tell you exactly what to post and when. And that's gone after September. So here's what you need to do right now. Click the link below this video and secure your spot for just $26 a month. So you can get immediate access to over 100 project tutorials, the private community, and all 5 bonuses. So don't wait. Don't wait and regret missing out on this opportunity to finally have your most profitable Q4 fall and Christmas season ever, okay? So your success story could be next, but only if you take action right now, okay? So click that link below. join us, grab your bonuses, and let's make this a great Q4.